Hi, I am Melissa Harwin, and I am your professor for general psychology. I wanted to take you a bit through what you have to do for the course. So, first of all, I'd like you to take a look at some of the information here, a little bit about, how to email me, solve some technical issues, as well as the syllabus, and a little bit about myself. So, if you click on Meet Your Professor, you can see some information about me, this silly little avatar version I made, and where I went to school, what I like to do, and then picture from I went on did the suicide awareness walk in 2011. And it was overnight. There's a walk at Bergen actually on April 22nd that is also about suicide awareness and isn't overnight, just around Bergen. It's at 11 o'clock, so good to know. Now, about what you probably care especially about is what you have to do for this course. So let's take a quick look at the syllabus. So I'm going to go over this very briefly, but this is the syllabus here. And so what you need to know is generally what you'll be expected to do. So you demonstrate an understanding in various areas: biological foundations, diversity, consciousness, learning, memory, motivation, emotion, personality, psychopathology. So this is the stuff you're learning in the class. Now, people often come into general psych thinking you're going to learn all about the psychological disorders. That would be cool, but that's not what it is. So that's a part of it, and at the very end, you're going to cover some of that. But really, in reality, the class is going to have multiple areas: thinking, learning, memory, perception, emotion. So we're talking about the realm of psychology. In the class that focuses purely on psychological disorders is called abnormal psychology, just to be aware of that. Now, this course you need Moodle, obviously. Then I suggest get your work done on Microsoft Word, please. And if you could submit it into PDF, if you can, that gives me a way to look at it right on the page instead of having to download it every time. If not, Word is fine. The browsers I would suggest using are Firefox and Google Chrome. The book you need for the class is Cicerelli and White, Psychology 4th Edition. Again, so hopefully you're able to get that book. Now, each week we'll be reading 1 to 2 chapters from the textbook. You might have additional readings, you might have additional videos, definitely videos. What I suggest is to take into account that this class is going 3 times as fast as your other classes. So think about the work you have to do for those classes, multiply it by 3, and that's what you're going to have to do for this in a week. It's going to go quick. Hopefully there'll be fun stuff, but there's still requirements. You can't just take away all the requirements because the class is going quick. So, you have 3 exams. One's going to come shortly after another. So, in addition to the quizzes, okay, you have 3 exams for the class. They're an online quiz style, and you'll have about 90 minutes to complete them. There are 35 multiple choice questions and a few short answers. My impression is if people don't prep for these, if they don't do the study guides I give you, if they don't go over stuff, they don't finish on time. Okay? It's I should say for the exams you won't have 2 tries. I'm going to fix that because that's not what I meant. For the exams you don't have 2 tries for the highest score. You're just going to have 1 try. Discussions is 30% of your grade. You're going to have your own message and 1 reply. If you don't reply to a classmate, you lose pretty much all your points. Your response should be at least 200, 250 words, okay? So you have your own question. Now you give a response that should be at least 250 words. This one was about 330 to give you an idea. Now, this is what I consider an acceptable answer for that sort of question. This one is not. Okay, it's poorly written, it's too short, there's no rationale behind it, too vague. You really want to give evidence for your answers. Online quizzes are 20% of your grade, and they're on each chapter. These are the ones I should say you can redo twice. These are the ones where actually if you get a question wrong, I'll give you a chance to redo the question, which is pretty cool. And then there'll be different short paper assignments across it. Those 7 ones, you must complete 5. So I'll drop the lowest 2 grades, for example, if you just decide not to do 2, but you must complete 5 of them, and that's 10% of the grade, okay? So these should be 1.5, 2 double space pages. I will be reading the discussion boards, replying occasionally. You'll get feedback on the posts. If you need to contact me, you can email me. So this is the breakdown of the grades. Again, online exams, you have 1 chance to do those. I had messed up, I just saw earlier, so I'll fix that. Discussion questions. And for discussion questions, you want to post by Thursday and respond to someone by Sunday. Online quizzes, this is where you have the 2 chances, and I'll take the highest grade. Short essays are 10% of your grade. You must do 5 of 7. And this is your grade calculations. So you can kind of get an idea there. And here's your course calendar. So this should give you an idea of when things are due. So take a quick look at that. So the read chapter, online quiz, short paper. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff every week. So you have exam 1 is due April 10th, exam 2, April 24th, and exam 3, May 10th. Okay, and I'll probably open things a week at a time. If I can get ahead, I'll do 2 weeks at a time. But, so just take it kind of week by week. And here's the important dates. Exam 1, April 10th. Exam 2, April 24th. Exam 3, May 10th. Discussion boards, short papers will, quizzes and short papers will always be due Sunday. Discussion boards, you got to do your own post by Thursday and respond to someone by Sunday. Again, you got to do your own post by Thursday, respond to someone by Sunday. All right, I think that's the gist of the syllabus, but of course, look it over for yourself. And then to get into this week's thing, you just click here. And what you can look at is some PowerPoints. Well, first the objectives of the week, we should say. So the objectives of the week: read chapter 1, look over PowerPoints, watch videos, do quiz, when you have the due dates there. That discussion board, post Thursday, reply to 2 others by Sunday. The first one, I want you to reply to 2 others because it's like introductions. After that, you just need to reply to 1 other. And here you see the PowerPoints. I put a kind of a fun game here once you start to read and understand about correlations that you get to guess the correlation. Some videos. So there's one cool video about the placebo effects that I'd like you to watch. The second video is required for short paper 1. And this is about why do people believe strange things. So this is a really good video to check out and figure out why do people seem to believe these things that are a little strange, these things that we might not be able to prove, and how do we know what is real and what isn't. So that would be good. Discussion is more of an introduction. You're going to, directions are here, but pretty much what I would like you to do is state your name, explain what you were hoping and expecting in the course, maybe what you've been through in previous classes, especially for an online course, and then state, at least, 200 words for your post and your response of what should you be doing. Okay. Short paper 1, here are the directions here. So here's some videos to look at where you want to read. And then these are the questions you want to answer. What is pseudoscience? Is psychology a pseudoscience? What makes it different from a pseudoscience? From the video you watched, what evidence is given against pseudoscience? Use information from the first chapters, maybe some research you did outside of it. And in explaining this, what is the problem with pictures like this that are stated as facts? So I've seen many of these online, but it was from a Tumblr. Did you know that when someone appears in your dreams, it's because that person misses you? So what might be the issue? This is sincerely by Mr. Psychology Fact. What might be the issue with that? So if I were you, I would take this in Word doc form. I'd download it, open it up, and now you see the assignment. Here it is, step 1, step 2, step 3. And then you must answer these questions, and off you go. So this will give you, you can kind of space it out, answer these questions however you want, but this would give that right in front of you. And then when you need to submit it, you go right here. It's a submission post, and you can add submission. Okay. And you attach your file here. As long as you're in Firefox or Chrome, I believe you could just drag it from the folder it's into here. If not, you can go click here, click Browse, and then find it. I'm just going to put something in like this. You can upload it. So sometimes it takes a little bit in the upload process. Okay, then you click Save Changes. All right, and there we go. And now you can see what you want to see is this little green submitted for grading, and that'll let you know that it's submitted for grading. All right, so let's click back to here. And this is sort of how you can navigate up here, what pages you're at. So we click back to here now. Okay, so we imagine we did the discussion board, we did the short paper, but we haven't done the quiz yet. So we click on the quiz. All right, so I had already done this, so it's telling me I did both attempts. And once you're done with the attempts, you'll be able to review the attempts. And so I wanted to show you, but you'll figure it out yourself. Basically, you have 2 attempts. So let's say I did this, even though I got a 5 the first time, right after I get that, I can review it. I can quickly see what was right, what if I didn't answer it, or if I did what was wrong, so for this I just sort of answered one. So now I can see that, and then that can let me know which ones I got wrong, which ones I need to look into more. For every question, you can redo it 2 times, and this quiz will end by, as you see, 11:59 Sunday, p.m. Sunday. So if you didn't do it by then, you're out, done, so it's the one thing, it cuts you out. There's no, oh, late, it's whatever, it just cuts you out. So just to be aware of that. All right, so I think that is the deal. I really hope you watched this video all the way through and listened, and if you have questions, you totally don't hesitate to ask. I'm more than here for you, but if you don't ask for help, there's only so much I can do. All right, awesome. Have a great one, and I